the M2000 by G&L was kind of G&L's answer or updated version of the L2000. So the L2000 had the same humbuckers as this, and it had volume, treble and bass cut only, and they had a bunch of switches. So the M series came out, and it was kind of a modernized version of the L2000 or L2500. Shabbat Chad, I only use the M3000. Dude, I use the M5000, okay? So take that. M3000 would have been cool. So anyways, the M2000 was laid out a little bit more intuitively for bass players. If you look at this preamp setup, it's kind of intuitive to know what the knobs do, even though there's a bunch of them. So you've got master volume, pickup panning, treble, boost and cut with a center detente, mids, same thing, and a boost and cut for the bass. And for some reason, it didn't really massively catch on, which was kind of a weird thing. This was before my time, and I got a lot of orders for the M2000s. The people in the know kind of really loved this bass. A lot of professional bassists that went on the road, they really liked it because it was a great humbucker style bass with a really good preamp where you could get a lot of sounds from. Humbuckers are very different tone-wise than single coils. So it definitely, here's both pickups. Preamp is flat, and those little center notches are so easy to get a flat. Humbuckers have this kind of natural, almost a scoopy thing, but the MFD pickups have this really, really cool, like mid-range cut. Shabad Chat, obviously a joke. I totally get it, man, from a guitarist, but man, lots of tone control in that 2000. I agree, and it was a weird thing. So obviously the company G&L is done, but I was really trying to get this model a little bit more love and marketing wise to bring it out more, because it's a really great bass. I've had this bass when I first started. Yeah, I think I got it right when I first started at G&L. So it's an M2000. It has an ash body with just a lovely blonde see-through finish, and on the back you can see it. So that's swamp ash. It has a quarter sawn maple neck. It has the matching headstock color, so the same kind of blonde finish, ebony fretboard, and stainless steel frets. So, oh, and a 12-inch radius. So it is really, it's just really, it's really chimey. It reminds me of a Ken Smith, but bolt-on, and it's got more mid-range. And I think I've brought my Ken Smith in here. Let's see, Marcel Rivas. What's up, Marcel? Nice, thanks, bud. Jeff, nice, thank you. Shabbat Chad's still so sad about that. I'm gonna say it, shit, can't believe the G&L is done. Beauty bass for sure, Swamp Ash, yes. Damn shame, man, damn shame. But, you know, on to the future. But I wanted to bring the M series just to kind of show you guys. It was really a great instrument. And about 4 months or 3 months, Jeff, sounds great too. I agree, man. It's just a really great sounding instrument. I'll go through some of the controls too. We were gonna come out with a Musicman style bass. So one humbucker in the Musicman position, and it was going to have the M series preamp. And I think I did you can find a video out there somewhere. It's probably on the G&L Live at Leo's page or the new G&L page. It's gonna live there forever, as long as they don't take it down. I hope they don't. But man, it was a killer instrument, and it was gonna be a Musicman kind of homage, because the original Musicmans were built in that factory from 76 to 79, and then obviously they moved out and G&L started in 1980. but we were going to do an homage to those original CLF Stingrays, which would have been rad. And I played a 5-string version, and it was incredible. So my thinking was we market that, and then we start kind of pushing this M series a little bit more, come out with a 19 mil M series. But anyways, that's over, but you can still find them. The M2000 and the M2500. The 2500 is the 5-string version. And yeah, I had a lot of artists. My friend that played with Blue Man Group and plays with a lot of like hard rock, he ordered like 3 of them, I think. I think he's got 3 of the M2500s. Shabbat Chad, I have a Swamp Ash White Blonde HH2000 Strat. It's heavy as hell, but it's really beautiful and sounds rad. Very bright ash. Yeah, the ash ebony, the hardness, definitely, this thing pokes for sure. Jeff, I have a walnut custom Strat. Ooh, I built very heavy. Walnut's beautiful. Hey guys, send in some pictures, man. We want to see your instruments. Can you send in pictures and then we'll feature them? I think that would be rad, especially if you built them yourselves. I'd love to have the specs and we can kind of chat about it and totally nerd out. Marcel, sorry, joined a bit later. Are the pickups different than the L2000 or is it just a different preamp? Great question, Marcel. It is, so it's an 18 volt preamp. So the L series bases were 9 volt. This is an 18 volt preamp, so it's got 2 9-volt batteries, and the pickups on the regular L series bases had silver these little screws here were silver. On the M, they were black, and I think that was just to differentiate them because they are wound a little less hot because the preamp is an 18 volt and it's hotter. So the only difference was they are wound a little less than the L series, and then to accommodate the preamp. So that's a great question, Marcel. And yeah, I wanted to mention 18 volt preamp for sure. So there's 2 9-volt batteries in there. And most preamps now have a bypass. This preamp does not have a bypass. So as long as you're plugged in, you're draining the battery, which these batteries in here have been in here for probably 2 years. And I haven't played the bass that much, so the batteries last. Just remember, if you have an instrument that has active electronics, active preamp, it's only engaged when you plug in. When you unplug, it's disengaged and the batteries should last a long time if you don't happen to have a bypass. The other cool thing about this bass, which I'll show you, I have a D-Tuner on it. So that's a Hipshot D-Tuner. Let me turn it the correct way. There you go. So if you're playing, here's an E. Let's see. There we go. Sorry. E, and then I go, that drops down to D. I put it on there just for, S and Gs. So there's D, and then I go right up to E, and it's kind of fun. I use it sometimes, but, So there's my... So it's kind of fun. I don't know. I don't use it that often. I put it on there because I think I just had it. I had an extra one. So this bass is just great. I love the M. Wish we could have done more, brought it out a little bit more. So if you want, look them up. There's probably some used one, M series basses. Let's see. So here's open flat. So that's both pickups. And then here's the neck pickup. The thing with it gets close to that P bass, but it still has a little bit more of that scoop, and still sounds great. I like it. And then we go to the bridge pickup. So it sounds all right, man. You're not getting the Jocko thing, but it'll get close. Oh, let's see. Shabbat Chad, dang, that bass sounds super. Love the drop action. Yeah, it's really cool, especially if you're playing. Rage. So you get the E. It needs to be set up a little bit more for that D-tuner because you're basically you're loosening that string a little bit. It's not bad, but I would, if I was using the D-tuner a little bit more, I'd probably raise the action a little bit and maybe give the neck a little relief, but I don't use it that often, but it is kind of fun. So that was the bridge pickup, and then we'll hear, there's flat. Here's with treble boost. So I like, man, this is a great preamp. Usually if you turn the treble all the way up, it's very clacky and it just has this weird sound, but has this nice glassiness to it. Again, I love this preamp. Mid, so, and then we cut them, and then it becomes woofy. You probably won't use that. And then here's the mid-range. And then cut. So you can get a lot of sounds. And then the bass. There's flat. And then we raise the treble. Gets that nice glassy kind of, like the Ken Smith is the closest. The treble is not clacky, it just has that nice glassiness to it. That's the way that I describe it. So that's the M series bass, man. It's just really, really, it's a great, I always called it the unsung hero of the bass line for G&L. The M series is a great instrument. The other thing too, with the L series and the M series, even them being humbuckers and kind of having that more scoopy sound, they always seemed to me, when I would play them live, they always had a mid, this low mid, and it just cut like crazy, you know. Not perfect for every gig, but I used my L2500 Series 750. I used that on a lot of gigs, and it was great. But the preamp on the M series is just one of those that I thought, you know, I was hoping I could do a lot more, but it's gone. But it's nice to, you know, have a couple of M series. So yeah, that's the M series bass, guys. M2000, they made the M2500. It was not 750, it was regular 17.5 millimeter spacing at the bridge.